Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gupta series here on the Lore Master channel, in which, well, during the last episode, particularly at the very end of the last episode, well, one thing, still don't have any children as I'm 34 years old, and my wife is dead. Yes, in case you didn't see the previous episode, her official cause of death was murder. Was murdered. Didn't say murdered on the orders of who? Just murdered. And if you want to know who, well, look no further. That's Samrat Bhairav Singh. No, I didn't mean to kill her. I tried to seduce her because I needed children badly. And, oh gosh. So I took her to the garden, or in the vineyard. The vineyard of the garden here in Mugad, and then I tried to seduce her. She pulled a knife at me, just by the way of saying, it's like, "Are you really gonna do that to me?" So she was gonna, kill me. That's what I thought, in my opinion. And then I fought back, even though I had a 96% chance of winning. So yeah, I did win without a fight, and as a result, well, done killed her, but yet it says murdered, but not murder of, because I am not, as far as modifiers is concerned, I am not a known murderer. No, I did it in self-defense. So in fact, the official cause of death should be rewritten: was murdered in self-defense, or is killed by Samrat Bhairav Singh in self-defense. Did what I had to do in order to live, because I do not want the empire to be ruled by my brother, who is unmarried, because he's an imperial guard. I mean, he's got good traits, but he only understands the sword rather than administration and all that. But although my stewardship administration skills is kind of that's not my real focus right now. I will switch my focus from intrigue to, I'm a schemer now. I should go for seduction focus, just temporary, because I want children now. But do not worry, I'm not going to be seducing random women left and right. No. I was looking all over India during the recording, and, no, not there. Before I started recording this, I was looking all over the map and all that. I found a girl of my dreams, and I've already invited her prior to the recording, so you're just gonna have to wait till a while. When she comes to court, I will seduce her, and if I make her my lover, I will marry her. Yes, that's what I plan to do. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, I am recording on this day of, on Monday, August 30th. I recorded it during the day of Krishna Janmashtami, which is a annual Hindu festival that celebrates the birth of Krishna, the 8th avatar of Vishnu. I had to mention that because our character here is a Vaishnavist who views Vishnu as the supreme. Although in Crusader Kings 3 there is the Vaishnavist Hindu, and there's also the separate Krishnaism faith. Haven't played as that yet. I only did one series, Indian series in Crusader Kings 3, and that's the Swarnayadava, a Marathi dynasty, which you Indian aficionados can go check it out. I initially started off as Dingabar Jain, but later became Vaishnavist Hindu throughout, because I liked the Bhakti thing. Anyways. I'm surprised they never told me to go on a pilgrimage on one of those missions. Instead, they tell me to meditate once again. I'm sure one day I'll go on a pilgrimage, particularly towards Mathura, which is currently a war zone right now, but nonetheless. So be patient, and then go seduce the girl of your dreams. Again, look at me now. I have 100% plus fertility, and I have plus 80 sex appeal. And I'm sure some of you people are thinking, how the hell did you get that up? And I will say, well, that's easy. I have activated 4 Kama Sutra books. Yes, all 4 of them, because all 4 of them were from previous owners from long ago. And now... and now I will have children immediately. I'm not going to try to get a lot of children, otherwise that little line of succession of a few other things may get a bit precarious. But no, it's agnatic cognatic primogeniture. But you don't want to have too many sons. My idea is just to have 1 or 2 children, and that's that. Legitimate children, no concubines, because I don't like having children of a concubine. Which I could have sworn I thought it came from one of my brothers, but no, you're all legitimate legitimate brothers. See this childhood concubine here? Plus, -1 diplomacy. That's bad. Because this is an empire. To manage a large empire, you gotta have a lot of diplomacy skill. That ensures stability. Well, now, let's get on with this episode. I have my seduction focus at the ready, which I will change another focus in 3 years, which will probably likely be war, knowing that the truce will be expiring in 2 years. Against the will of the ever-conservative religious authorities, the great Maharaja Varakundavarman, my marshal, has been planning vast changes on the way my troop movements are staged and determined. Better equipment will be assigned to them, a logistics system will be implemented, and if those plans come to fruition, I can expect a significant increase in the military tech of my domains. Martial reforms. We need this new approach. This character's martial reform to military technology domains is now his time to collect benefits of such vision. And so, military technology spread it up and global movement speed up. That's very important. To my future liege, Bhairav Singh, it is with great honor that I received your invitation. I'm pleased to inform you that I stand ready to move to your court. Looking forward to serve you up to the best of my capabilities. For my success and your august glory, Dattavanti Bhaktapurit. This is the girl of my dreams. And she is here. She is here in Patliputra. Now, skill-wise, it's pretty good diplomacy, but compared to my... So I wish I had the stewardship, but... And I'm sure some of you thinking, why her? Well, she's got a rare martial education for a woman. And she's a formidable fighter if she were a commander, which can't do that now. Plus, she's attractive and she's tall. Mostly good traits, including brave, so... She's a warrior woman, but wish I would have her stewardship. Now I will seduce her. I'll focus on my seduction efforts on Dattavati in hopes of getting a new lover. There's no way she can resist my charms. Because, look at him. Bhairav Singh. The most interesting man in India. Even though he is uncouth and he also has beliefs. The most interesting man in the world, as I would say in my own mannerisms if I pretend to have a lisp. The chase begins. I shall bring all my seduction skills to bear on Dattavati till I have her wrapped around my finger. She will be mine. And if it doesn't work, marry her anyway. Nobody touches her. Different Dattavati. A giant assassin. Oh, I don't want to have her around my court. The Maharaja of Golwanda Amawa. Yeah, you can have her. You know he's currently resting, but you'll be happy to know that. Cradle robber. He's a religious outcast. He's an adulterer, vicious rumors. Okay, you're a bad person, but if you want to marry an assassin, go for it. Just because she has the assassin trait doesn't mean she actually killed someone. I'm attending a festive outing with Data Devi. Unfortunately, half of the court is also here, and I'm having trouble getting any time of my Alice quarry. Leave her note to meet me by the stream. 2 events just happened, but first, I've waited for hours by the stream, hoping that Data would be able to shake her friends and chaperones to meet me, but the sun is about to set. She is clearly not coming. I don't give up that easily. This again. Oh, I just remembered something. I ain't gonna meditate until I have her. It's time to lower Imperial decay. Currently it's 14. So it is time to institute a series of reforms in the Empire. If the Samrat can enforce the reforms through the sheer force of will that charisma, things will improve, but not all subjects will be happy about it. It's been 5 years, so do it. And now it's reduced to 12. Imperial decay. Slight improvement, but it'll do. Try again in 5 years. It would be better if I had a just trait, because that may help it reduce it. But again, it can be reduced by coordination, crown authority lowered, holding a tournament, Imperial Digital claims, random events caused by a good ruler or regent. And now, an informal event. I made sure to attend this minor event at Patliputra so I could seduce Data Devi. We've been dancing and conversing all night. She's clearly responding to my advances. Meet in my room, milady? I sure know how to cajole women. Data Devi and I spent the night making sweet into the club in her bed. I snuck off in the wee hours, leaving the court clueless, I hope. Let our love grow. Alright, now you can officially marry me. That's all I wanted to do. Make you my lover and my wife. I'll take the prestige hit because she's not from a great house. Now it's official. There you go. Got it back up on the domain size. A famous writer proposes to compose my family chronicles. Well, what's the Galoid faction looking? Opposed. Well, I'll give him patronage. Now it's neutral. Also, I made a mistake in a previous episode where I leveled up the tolerance. I mean, good for the women of significance, but I was supposed to save it up for Imperial administration. Big mistake. I mean, I'm still increasing the diplomacy skill. But ignorance conquered. After spending my last year browsing old texts on Mabel improvement and knowledge, guess it's time to congratulate myself. It was time well spent. I improved 1 diplomacy. Now we gotta get rid of envy and wait for that confusing wall code modifier expires then, so we can get more of the cultural technology points. So we can get this back up faster. Shouldn't have spent it on that. And a reason why in the first place? It gives you more levy contributions, domain size increase, as well as the vassal limit. I do not have the prestige now, but it'll come up. But I need that majesty level up. Restless province moved from Mudgagiri, thanks to the domain overseer. It all sounded as another of Chachot's permanent delusions. But I had to agree that when he invited me to dinner that the food had an odd taste and rather strange lingering aftertaste. Someone might be trying to poison Charat. was about to say, where are you from? Oh, this. Oh, he's an Academy graduate. He's been my friend since the days of the Imperial Academy. What the heck? 25% chance that nothing happens. But after all, he's my old college friend, so to speak, so... He doesn't have any money, but I'll say, you need my help and you'll get it. More money. Big time. Hang on. This is what this is for. What a merry face. Surrounded by my friends and loved ones, I can feel the thirst coming on. Paige, more wine. Ah, that's the stuff. Poison! My body's growing numb, but as my sight fades, I died loudly, cursing in my killer's name. Egads! He's dead! Killed by him. On the last act, put a bounty on that man. The worst nightmares come true. 1,000,000 deaths for Harshavarman. Oh, the worst nightmares come true. Samrat ascended to heaven at age 34. He was murdered on the orders of Harshavarman Ramapalin, known as an inspired and insightful poet. Bhairav Singh delighted many in the score of his moving verses. Samrat Padma Singh, possessing a mighty physique and exceptionally astute mind, Padma Singh's rule sure to spawn both song and tale. Long live Samrat Padma Singh. All the worst fears has been realized. Instability. Look. I mean, yes, he's got a mighty physique as he's brawny, and he's got a good mind for things. But damn it, this is not the way to go. Have you realized what you have done? Shouldn't commit suicide. You've made it worse. He hasn't been coordinated yet, and he hasn't ruled for 5 years. Oh, hell. I think it would be wise to go for carousing. I mean, I'm a military man at heart, but it's not an ideal lifestyle. Has not already converted. So what you're saying is that that man has always been a Buddhist. He never became Hindu. We know who murdered him. And he's my rival. So in a sense of Padma Singh, it's like, yes, he held ill will to his brother, but he would never go far as, you know, to try to, you know, kill him. Unless check that. Is there any idea? There is already a plot to kill me. Keep looking. End that plot right now. Oh, you and I are gonna have a... I mean, we could arrest him, since it's righteous imprisonment. He's from over there. But let's not rush into things right now. First things first. Get married. It is unknown if he ever impregnated her, so... Stupid to move, but quiet! So I'll marry you. Because it's like, yeah, you may have loved him, but... You're also attracted to me, and I will follow my, you know, brother's way of how to get women. But the only difference is, despite my depression, I ain't chaste. So, it is for what's concerned. Gotta get rid of this volatility, otherwise it'll do very, very bad around here. The old court guru. Again, look at this. Morale of armies down, vassal opinion down a very little. Plot power defense, that makes it vulnerable to, you know, assassination plots. And this diplomacy here, it needs to be increased. But don't carouse yet until the coordination ceremony. No need to forge a bastard son. We'll appoint a new domain overseer. Whoever wants it. Whoever's got the skills for it. It'll be you. Kinsman? It'll be you. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Again, we didn't see each other eye to eye, but never really wanted to kill him. But we know who did it, and the man's got a bounty on his head. Or not anymore. Oh, I could. I could imprison you right here, right now. Or just plot to take revenge. That's the easiest thing in the world. Anybody willing to join the plot? They'll be there. He's the commander of the Great Academy. So we can't get him from there. But anybody in the Academy, please get rid of him. And for any unruly vassals of mine, I will give you money, just to show you my charitable side. And hopefully you all respect me in the upcoming coordination. By the way, how much is it for the coordination? Okay, don't send gifts anymore. We need to start that now. Being officially coordinated by a priest and my faithful legitimize my rule among my subjects. Also offers a chance to impress my allies. Let's get to it. I already ruled the Gupta Empire, but receiving an official Buddhist coordination will legitimize my standing to my vassals. Now it is time to begin planning what is sure to be a lavish ceremony, attended by all. I look forward to it. Invitations are sent. Now I must learn to reject the poison of greed. And you know, since you got a few good traits and a pretty decent diplomacy skill, there is another way to improve such skill. Join this other monastic society, but it's for the Buddhists. The Saraka Sangha. We're delighted by your decision to join our ranks as a lay member, Samrat. Together we shall strive for the betterment of ourselves and our fellow Buddhists by following the Noble Eightfold Path. In other words, I'm not going to convert to Hinduism. Just try to be a good Buddhist. And have children, at least. Stack of linen cloths. No, get rid of that. Your Imperial Majesty, as you'll be holding a proper Buddhist coordination, I would be pleased to offer my services and perform the ceremony. Oh, he's from over there. You may perform the ceremony. Another Academy graduate, bear in mind. Also, carousing helps you give you a chance to get rid of stressed or depressed. Respect the commander, and he's an Imperial Guard. Because he was trained among the ranks of the Imperial Guard, serving a time as a bodyguard to the rulers of the realm. Most fitting present. I, Padma Singh of the Gupta dynasty, and with the blessing of the perfected ones, do hereby rightfully assume the crown of the Gupta Empire. With those words does he become the Samrat of the Gupta Empire in truth, with each of his vassals lining up to bow before him and swear everlasting fealty. It is an impressive ceremony, led by Pralamha of Purang, and full of pomp and circumstance, one that will write Samrat Padma Singh into history. The streets of Magadha are lined with Bengali crowds cheering, with everyone straining to get a look at the important personages that pass by on their way to the forthcoming feast. I've never been more proud. So, the Imperial decay will be reduced slightly. And I've also become, proud. Doesn't look like it. Other than you are coordinate, you're crowned, but you're not proud. There you go. You're officially coordinated and recognized as the ruler in front of the gathered vassals. There's your diplomacy up and vassal opinion up. With the coordination ceremony finished, the newly anointed Samrat Padma Singh retired to his castle for the celebration feast. The hall is packed with people, the lords and ladies of the Gupta Empire, their wives and husbands, visiting Buddhist rulers and emissaries. It will be a night to remember. Let the festivities commence. Let's see who's coming and who's not. Most of the Rajas and Ranis aren't coming. The Neograntha, the Jain Greek, isn't coming. The Grand Mayor isn't coming, nor is the Galmopurgal isn't coming. But all the Maharajas and Samrajas will be there. So let the festivities commence. You spent a fortune for this. To our good host, Samrat Padma Singh, long he may reign, Maharaja Bhav Shankari of the Kaivanta Kingdom, stands and delivers an eloquent toast in Samrat Padma Singh's honor at the coronation feast, prompting a round of applause, of approving applause from those gathered. Many thanks, Maharaj. Ayushma Pava. It was bound to happen. Thakurani Hosala Devi drank too much at the coronation feast. At one point in the night, confronted me. Her words served for a drink. She argued with me over the kingdom of Bihar, which I hold, and which she believes rightfully belongs to her. It caused quite a scene, reaching to the point where guards had to politely separate the two of them. How dare she? It does not matter. Because when you die out, that land goes to me. As the coronation feast continues, I find myself frequently in the company of Maharaja Uditya Narayan, drinking wine and laughing over stories. While I would have not thought so initially, it seems as two of me has gained an excellent understanding of one another. I found a new friend. My spy master. Yes. The Maharaj of the Kingdom of Bengal. At least he honors the dead. Fellow Buddhist. He is indeed my friend. The spy master will protect me. My wife today confronts me in the evening regarding a rather morose behavior I exhibited for some time. After she delivers what was likely supposed to be a rousing speech, but I could not help feel the weight of kingly responsibilities more strongly than before. Woe betide me. For most of the coronation feast, Bhekku Vijay Singha of Patuli acted normally, or as normally as one expects to be, perhaps. That a servant placed the wrong flag over him, and that set him off, ranting and raving until finally the hall watched in silence as he was escorted away. Oh, wonderful. Hey, he's possessed, alright? And he's disturbed. And annoyed religious authorities. He had some traumatizing past. At one point during the coronation's festivities, another Bhekku, Raja Dinaj of Saligrama, stands and gets everyone's attention. He delivers a poem in Samrat Padma Singh's honor, and it is beautiful. Those gathered are moved, and the applause afterwards signifies that this ode will be written down and remembered. Well done, Bhekku. The coronation feast finally draws to a close, with Samrat Padma Singh giving a speech to those gathered as barely heard over the rostering. Long live the Samrat! Long live the Samrat! Let's hope so, and we hope that the factions will support me, despite my depression, that my rival and brother died, murdered by poison wine, and we know who's responsible, and those responsible will be dealt with. Hopefully. Samrat, dear Gabiji, I don't know. I need to learn a little bit of Bengali. What is that in the Bengali language? Long live the Samrat. But I do know in another language. Samrat Gi Jai. That's Victory Samrat or something. Padma Singh Gi Jai. Samrat Padma Singh Gi Jai. Samrat Padma Singh Gi Jai. That's in Hindi. Okay, now it's opposed. So in other words, well, that's prosperity faction. It's opposed. Court's neutral. Glory is neutral. You need to start building trust in each and every one of you. So to the more unruly vassals, I shall give you a chance to come to the if he's on pilgrimage. Whoever's not in war. Whoever is not in war, Everybody's busy. We'll be invited to a private feast for carousing. Because I need to hear your cooperation. But at least Brother Hari Singh likes me. Bengal is my best friend. And of course, representing the Giants, we need him too. They call him the Strong, despite the chest pains and he's wounded. And all that. Crud, I say. Because the Imperial decay had increased significantly. So we won't get as much money nor domain size. And the morale of armies is down too. It's starting to show its weakness. He's not coming. He's not coming. Brother will come. And so will the Greek. King and country. How many traits do I have? 1, 2, 3. That's it. Okay. I realized there must have been many rulers who came before me, lesser lords and ladies, as well as mighty kings and queens, who once ruled this country. Many of them I will never know. Will I too be forgotten one day? Not even a footnote in the history book, nor even a faint whisper in the wind? If I really want to be a good person, I mean, after all, I'm a Buddhist, adds a little bit more learning skill. And I am married to the woman who was married to my brother, but I had to marry her because I feel guilty. Not to mention, she's beautiful and all that. Tall too. And keep in mind, she's a Samese. And I like her because, you know, she's a Samese. I like how the fact that the culture says that general opinion +2. These Samese are a likable people. Now, the question of king and country. I will say, even if I die, what matters is if I did my duty. Did not pick up a single trait. While meanwhile, I'm learning to reject the poison of greed. As a devoted Buddhist, I'm trying to learn to reject the poison that greed brings to the mind. Uh-oh, I know what's coming. I know these guys. Quick. Bring out your best. All the gods. They are coming. Yes, no, maybe. I know what they're up to, and I don't like that. Member of the cult of Kali Purusha. Publicly humiliated. Combat intensive training. A day in the stocks is enough. You're a known demon worshipper now. Whatever he'll do, that's his charge. My guests have arrived for a private feast I have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and merriment begin. Let's get it started. What did I tell you? Gather here. Brother, you are my best friend. Even though you are a very decadent man, as you are a hedonist, but he's trying to learn to reject empty pleasures. So, hope for the best. Because if I die without any children, then it's your turn to run the country. And after all, then you are the most clever of the Singh brothers. And you're the most diplomatic too. You should be running the country, not I. Perhaps my brother was right all along. But I will try my damnedest to run the administration of this great realm. Food poisoning. Call the physician. As strong and brave as she might be, but wouldn't say so. The reveling and carousing is over for now. Time to get back to real life. Well, it was fun. Haven't got rid of depression. I could see that. To the dungeon. We're going in after him. Remember, I had some combat training. I was the Imperial Guard. I was an Imperial Guardsman. And who we're up against is obviously, you know... They got some talented commanders, but I fear no man. I hope the depression doesn't get the best of me during combat. Alright, back to Mugget. To your post. It started as an uneasiness around guests and strangers. It involved an awkwardness and a strong feeling of discomfort. I'll just have to try to be more gregarious. But unfortunately that made me stressed. A combination of stress and depression really hurts the health. And if I die by depression or severe stress, then it's no good to nobody. It'll further destabilize the realm. But Hari Singh will have the qualities to try to keep this country together. Oh, come on. Have some gumption. I could frame him, but do I really need to do that? Wish I could imprison him directly. I could. Wish I could put a bounty on him. I could. But the money is best spent elsewhere. That's under your jurisdiction. You take care of that peasant revolt. A revolt there. I've encountered many times while carrying my duties for the Svaka Sangha. It's always a pleasant occasion. We could talk for hours, and if the time allows, because he never bores me, while the discussions are often lengthy, we seem to agree on the matters which are the most important. I need more friends these days. Hopefully this taking revenge will... We'll take him. Not at peace. Oh, blast it. I regret that decision. Get out. As a brought to our attention, you are perhaps not spending the appropriate effort in matters of theology. We'd like to encourage you to set aside your worldly worries and focus on matters divine in nature. Pick a theology focus. I can see that. Was gonna hold a Diwali feast, but the blasted peasant revolt is ruining things. just a book. There. Thank you, my photographer. You're all better, right? Yes. I am at a local tavern, drowning my sorrows over my friend Pranav's recent passing, when I noticed another unhappy patron. Sure, it must be Ragadev, an old companion of Pranav's. Maybe I should keep him company. Perhaps we could find solace in each other's company. I think he would. Despite the fact he's a member of the Svaga Sangha, but he's a hedonist. Spent all evening reminiscing about Pranav, and indeed, today my heart feels a lot lighter. Hopefully to start a wonderful new friendship. I've grown closer to him. Yeah, made a lot of new friends. Too late for Diwali. Bastards. One would think we ought to take advantage of this huge revolt. What caused all this? A claim by Mr. Samir Longshanks. I won't feel content until he's gone. And you know what? Wait a minute. He's no longer in the Imperial Academy. He's left. He dropped out. Oh. Wait a minute. I forgot what his former job was, but he's back in the country. Well, here's your chance. Now we know where he is, and I will send my spy master this way. Revenge shall be mine. Let's do a tiger hunt, and hopefully I will find some thrill into this. Several forward scouts came running back to the main hunting party in excited whispers. They informed me that large tigers would spot ahead. Hand me my spear and stand back. I will kill it myself. Stepping forwards, I watched the tiger closely, weighing my spear in my hand. Waited for the right moment to strike. The tiger prowls towards me. Slowly and suddenly, a huge beast stops. Looking nervous, it turns and runs in dense vegetation forward. It can throw my spear. I failed to kill the tiger. My co-conspirator Vimasena know that Harshavardhan will die by poisoned wine at the upcoming banquet. Give him a taste of his own medicine. Buddhist women are allowed to serve in the military if the ruler is Buddhist. My wife's pregnant. You know what that means, right? My brother never impregnated her. I guess he was never a real man after all. Does that make me a man? Oh, hell. Yes, he died by poison wine, but now I'm a known murderer. Blast. You know what I would do right now? Because now I'm a known murderer. I like to get out of here and become a monk, but I can't do that because two things. One, you are not in rank 2 in this society. And 2, you're still greedy. And 3, you're married and you're about to have a child by then. Actually, there is a way. Get rid of the greed by being a charitable person. It didn't work. Oh, why don't I just go kill myself right now? Hari Singh is much more qualified to handle these matters. I mean, sure, it'll destabilize the country even further. But the Empire doesn't need more stability. And now, as a known murderer, people will not look at me more fondly. Well, it's all because of me. There's a new near Granta. Narcissus second. Okay, you could go. The Gupta bureaucracy is a thing that sometimes have a life of its own. While it's needed to run the empire, sometimes things just get lost within labyrinthine rules of corrupt practices, such as my tax, for instance. What? The culprits must be found. They done stole my money. Very far away. The pregnancy has made my wife today much more talkative and cheerful than usual. She never misses the chance to chat with anybody within earshot. Unfortunately, most scholars agree that a pregnant wife should spend as much time as possible resting in a dark room to avoid giving birth to a sickly child. She should rest. A dark rest may be good for my future child's health, but it's proving to be a detrimental to my wife's mental stability. She's finding it harder to sleep at night. It's become twitchy and impossible to deal with. Unfortunate. Hey, come back here. My creative spy master discreetly suggests that he's willing to help me in finding dirt in the Maharaja of the Kohalpur kingdom in order to gain political leverage for my goals to gain the upper hand over this council. He owe me a favor for him. While he's in the council, I will be able to manipulate him as I wish. No, I'm above these tricks. I'm above it. If he manages. It is a good tradition to have some gossips around a pregnant woman in order to keep her calm and distract from the tribulations of this delicate time of her life. As Dr. Devi's husband, it is my duty to provide her with the support she needs. I will have some of the maids dispatched. I'll pay a few servants to spend time with her to keep her mind off of any worries that might besiege her. She'll get comfortable. Another friend. Volatility. Good news is I'm no longer depressed. Bad news is I'm still stressed, but now there's another problem. They want an elective succession in the Gupta Empire. Okay. To stop you from doing such a thing, make a master hunt, and let's talk like gentlemen here. Oh, and have some wine. And subsequently, this man is still on a journey. You know, auto stop plots. Stop everything. Your humble spy master, no character, as in we don't have one. Hey, brother. You be the spy master. You'll know how everything works. There's another way to get rid of stress, but I fear this may, well, you have to think of a designated regent. Oh, I know. My brother. He can handle everything. He will keep the realm stabilized. Sometimes I wish he was the Samrat. She's about to have a child. The council's no longer discontent. I introduced Maharaja Hari Singh of Gujarat to Ragdev, hoping they would get along, but he's not interested in making an effort. Oh, sickly. Ranjit Singha. That'll be his name. Please save my son. None of them against me, I see. Seems whatever treatment parts have administered work. Little Ranjit Singh is much better. Now appears no different from the other chums of his age. Praised be for good fortune. Now, go seek some rest. Go out to the countryside. Let him take charge. He'll keep the realm stabilized. Concubine, concubine, concubine. My goodness. What's the matter with your wife? Seems you're not gonna have much in the way of children. You're a strange man. Oh boy, a holy war. For Armin. Where? No, not there. How weak are they? Yeah. Oh, very weak, in fact. We should take advantage of this situation. Because, you know, we still need this area. Well, for the first time in a long time, we're actually going to go declare war. The place to meet will be in Mandala, capital of Gujarat. Even though I'm resting and I don't have the martial skill compared to him, but we're still strong enough to take on them. Hope I have enough piety for this. For some reason I could still commit suicide. As if I have a reason for it. But no need for that now. Yeah, do it. Now hostilities have officially begun. But it's gonna take a while for everybody to get here. And do send them. I've learned that spoke support from at the faction meeting in Kanya Kubja. Slight improving the mood of his faction. Good to know. I bet the ceremony was nice. Couldn't be there for it. Master Royal Elephants, that you'll be. You decide to send tribute of gold and silver to me. For all the members of the, what faction are you part of? Prosperity. Thank you very much. Again, your first priority, take all these counties, all these thikanas, especially Dvarka, a Hindu holy site. You should raise that child. I am talking about my wife. Now today. Waiting for everybody. Until we see enemy forces out there, we will win it. But keep in mind, those raiders that we are often afraid of may come back here one day. Traveling around my realm, I happened upon a grand monastery, the likes which I have never seen. I have noticed that great many people around me are told that this is a great center of learning. The head monk suggests I stay here and study for a while and leave the government to some retainer. Otherwise, he can offer a book or promise him any more. Well, my brother's used to being a regent, but I guess he could prolong it a little longer. Despite the fact that I'm, out resting in the countryside to try to recover from stress. But I shall stay here and learn your ways, even though I was graduating Imperial Academy. And now, well, back to school with me, even though I'm 48. You're never too old to learn something. Still have that one damned malcontent, which is my kinsman from Telangana. Give you a minor tunnel as well. You're the royal builder now. And have some wine. Wish I have the ability to have a private conversation with somebody while I'm at all this. But, guess not. Hold on. Sorry. I, had to hit the monitor. Because there was a bug there. Anyways, the renowned poet Shahbaz has evidently completed another masterpiece of Muslim literature. It said that he stood and read it before the court, and the reaction was astounding. Men wept tears of joy and women swooned. The work has immediately gained a popularity throughout Muslim lands. He's a legal tutor. Belonging to this court. Well, wonderful work, I say. You barely got coordinated? How long have you been ruling? 5 years. And you finally can afford a coordination. Sorry I couldn't be there for you. Reports come from a village in Mathila. 2 siblings, a brother and a sister, lost their another. Quite unnatural and shameful indeed. The 2 siblings were caught in the middle of intercourse recently. They had to flee elsewhere to avoid the wrath of their family and the villagers. They are now believed in some foreign land where no one knows who they are. Disgusting. I feel dirty just by hearing that. Low stewardship. This is what happens. Although, to be fair, I'm resting in the countryside, but it's worse out there. A group of wandering Buddhist monks have come to visit the province. They're staging impressive shows of acrobatic unarmed fighting techniques in the villages. Those guys are fast as lightning. I'll just take them all prisoner. There's money in this. Would you look at that? Oh, it's a rivalry war. Never mind. Everybody wants to lower the crown authority. Air educated in foreign culture. Oh, okay. Assamese. Okay, I'll educate him. Yeah, that was a mistake. Or just pick a Bengali, any Bengali. You do it. The things that I make people mad at. People get mad at the pettiest of things. So it seems that we will be taking all this area without a fight. Oh, hell. They can't take care of that. Good. %, almost to 100, and it will be finished. And then we gotta get the heck back to Muggad. And we don't want to prolong the war because these people will be mad with the vassal levies raised for too long. That's what retinues are for. Arnata is ours. All yours, brother. Land belongs to you. Get to there. Yes, it's really hard to maintain an empire in this mod. But as long as they're connected by sea, this will remain a problem. And we got it surrounded, and hopefully they'll separate one day. Tibeto-Burman cultures, but doesn't like Hindus. That's unfortunate. It is now the year 1000. It's a new century, but it felt like it's the same because of, you know... Wish someone else would take more advantage of this. I'm sure they're gonna want me back here. Resting and no murder. Yeah, they don't like me when I'm resting. Seems they want me back in charge. Instead of that region of theirs. Hey. I'm an old man, alright? Give me a break. Give those sons a break. Because I need to rest, you know. I can't go back out there because I would be losing stress. No, not losing stress. I'll be getting stressed again, and then I'll find other means to get rid of it. But I will be back soon. If crisis gets worse here. Just give my brother a chance and let my son grow up. Because you don't want me to die prematurely. Because otherwise, things will go to hell in a hurry. As well as the plans that one day Imperial administration will be added. And then, when that happens, we will start giving the council more power. My rest and retreat did wonders to my mind, and now I feel relaxed and at peace with the world and within myself. Time to return my duties. Well, not quite yet, because I'm, because Volatile's gone. It's because I am a student again at a prestigious center of learning. Father calls Rajat Singh up, pulling my arm, pleading to play with him with his latest toy, completely oblivious to all the important work I'm in the middle of. Sometimes this kid can be really insufferable. Alright, Rajat Singh, what is it? Picked up a bit of stewardship. Good on you. You know, I had to send you to the Guardian. But once I return to court, I'm gonna raise you personally. Seems these people don't like me when they're being raised by an Assamese. Despite the fact the Assamese are likable people. And they like each other. Okay. Alright. Now it's time to be charitable again. You got all this money. Feast anyone? Don't care what faction you're a part of. Let's all get together, alright? I'd just like to be a Karaza. Just only this guy. Of course. But hey, at least this empire has not descended into civil war. Hey, this has happened to you last time. But if you become shy, that's rather bad because of diplomacy. Well, back to being stressed again. But don't go resting now. You're in the middle of carousing. There's a chance to get rid of it. The village market is always a bustling place. While waiting for someone, I only watch people, from earnest farmers selling and buying produce to crafty merchants from exotic lands. There are so many here. I noticed there's a little girl at the stall next to her, so I ask her what is she doing here. I sell fruits and vegetables with my mother. It's fun most days, but hard work. Work is pointless without the help of the Buddha. Speaking of the Buddha, after many months of study, the head of the monastery says I have nothing more to teach me. Now I have the extensive knowledge of the natural world. This is wonderful. Now I am a doctor of natural philosophy, adding even more stewardship and some learning skill to go along with it. Well, I'm a renowned physician when I was graduated from the Imperial Academy, and now Doctor of Natural Philosophy. And the monks are still for the love of the newest philosophy, replacing this old one for a new one. Well, actually, technically this has been around. The previous philosophy I had is fictional. This is a real one. And that's for diplomacy. Good. Now I'm officially back in charge. Yeah. You got money. Anyone that can be punished can get the heck out of here. I don't even know who's the current domain overseer anymore, but spend it. He'll do. Now with slightly higher stewardship, hopefully we can get things back together. But I'm still stressed. You know what? Get these Kama Sutra books off. Good drinks and food, carousing, everything's fine. Well, was fine until the Maharaj said to Varman and unexpectedly threw a fit of rage. I'm not sure why, but he's coming at me right now with his fists up. Aye, listen to me and calm down. For goodness sakes, give that man a chance. I don't want any more unruly, same trade opinion from my brother would be up, but I didn't know you were a member of the Wheel of Life and Death. I'm trying to live a good lifestyle while you are... Clearly you're not. Apparently you're an aspiring fighter who's been a few experiences yourself. After all, you've been given a sword and all that. Well, I can take a bit of hedonism. But at any time, you can switch that ambition if you wish to get rid of it whenever you get bored with it. Now, the books. Take these off. You have a son. You don't want to have any more children. Now, the Art of War. Since you're a military man. Book of Shadows. Confessions of Maharaja Ramagupta. And on feudal warfare. Trying to lower my fertility. Just trying to stop that. As beautiful as she is, but you know I'm having a midlife crisis. Living a lifestyle of theology can prolong your life. We are happy to hear you've devoted your time to the matters of theology. May the coming years of devoted study bless you with new insights. Yeah, sure. Good on you. Thank you very much. Actually, there is a way. You say you don't want more children? Well, take a vow of celibacy then. But you cannot because you're living that lifestyle. Of course. The soup kitchen in Mugget burnt down quite recently in an accident. Without it, many of the poor might starve. Oh, we'll pay for the repairs. Didn't become kind. Gotta get rid of this ambition. Have you heard of the flying rabbits of the far north? My servant asked me one day while conversing about various maps. Fascinating creatures. Do you think they're real? You're confusing them with a real creature known as the, thanks to my high learning. Now get rid of it. For God's sakes, get rid of greed. Use that. And greed is removed. There you go. Should I really get rid of that? Plus, you don't have any much of personality and traits other than you are diligent, you are patient, and you're a hedonist. Who's also former Imperial Guard and is a doctor of natural philosophy and a renowned physician. And a tough soldier to boot. And a skilled fighter. That's all we know much about him. Damn, I don't even know what to pick. I'd like to keep the bit of that, diplomacy and intrigue. But there are ways. There are ways. Screw it. Hopefully I'll live long enough that he turns 14 or 16. But as long as I keep healthy and get rid of the stress by any means, you'll get it. Leisurely after one of my courtiers offers me to spend time to teach you a particular subject. What do I want to learn? This is coming from Narcissus, fellow doctor of natural philosophy. Well, let me tell you something. I know too much about strategy, but I need to know about management. I have patience, yes. This will help. I've been informed that he's spent his days laying comatose in his bed. I doubt there's anything I could do. By comatose in his bed, you mean he's resting. Resting from his stress. And, well, I don't even know what's going on in the mind of a madman. You want to be the steward. I'll see what I could do. Damn it, you're patient. You're impatient. Please be patient. I'm trying to help my kinsman here. Now you can lower the Imperial Decay a bit. That ditch. Listen, you have a great size of the domain's military. Oh, that's mostly contributed by vassals. Hence another reason why I keep saying that you need to get the diplomacy up. When the vassals like you, they'll contribute by having vassals to you. Now, let's see how this goes to write a book on natural philosophy. A famous bard has settled down in Mudgugiri. Though his music and singing is sublime, he refuses to perform for the wealthy and powerful, even when offered exorbitant amounts of riches. Instead, he prefers to entertain the poor and the masses, inspiring and uplifting them. If he wishes to associate with commoners, so be it. It's a deal. Trying to think of something in my head, but it's kind of hard to... Uh-oh! I see them. It's these guys again. A scourge. Put me in the army again. Get in here! Somehow they get the jungle and we take the Midget River crossing penalty. The heck? Also, I need more commanders. Someone, anyone. Help. They withdrew. They're gone. Good. Maybe you finally killed the leader of the host. Finally killed the leader of the host. Gujarat's holy war for Ghana. Ghana? Wait a minute. Did you say Ghana as in like Ghana, West Africa? What the hell are you doing all the way over there? It belonged to the Wisdom. The Imperial Academy. Apparently he's been given land. And of all the lands that's been chosen, it is here. are those in my realm who worship the other gods. For example, it is known to me that CK2 openly follows the Manichaean faith. Sometimes I wonder what the perfected ones would think of my association with these people. Yeah, good question. We're more alike than we are different. Now I have sympathy towards Mazdan faiths, like Zoroastrianism and Manichaeanism. Because we're neighbors of Manichaeans. There's plentiful up there. That and the Zoroastrian remnant is still out there. Still out there. Hey. Wait. False religion. Are you Hindu? Yes, sir. I just saw that you're of a smartist. They'll provide you with... Oh, come on. And it will provide you this many. Actually, send out the retinue. Send them on their way. Once they're at the border with Gujarat, take it. It's part of India. You gotta take it. Of course, secluded meditation. It's high time to do so. In solitude, there is peace. The two commoners come from powerful local families recently wed in Chuna. To groom a handsome, intelligent, virtuous youth, a bride, a beautiful and clever gentle maiden. The two were apparently friends as children and matched a perfect and blissful one. During the wedding, to the amazement of all, the clouds appeared in the shape of various good omens, and some claim to have heard sounds and voices from heaven above blessing this marriage. Interesting news. Showering them with blessings. Finally, after several months, I finally finished my book. It's been widely praised by scholars as a masterpiece. A real book! Here it is. Natural Observations of Samrat Padma Singh. +1 Stewardship. This book contains the valuable natural studies of Samrat Padma Singh of the Gupta Empire. It pretty much tells you that despite against the wishes of my brother says, no, you should not rule. No, you should not rule. No, you're a terrible person. Well, who's laughing now? I do have some knowledge. Even though I live a similar lifestyle as Hari Singh, but we're best buddies, alright? We're both good old men with young children, which hopefully that will live long enough to see them become men, and then they will be the ones to govern the empire and try to improve things, and hopefully one day see them to have a great sense of just. I want to see that. I want to see a strong administration of the Gupta Empire. Here is slightly becoming more and more fragile with each passing year. Partap, the physician, is approached the court with a proposal to reform imperial taxes, something which has gained a great deal of popularity within the Gupta bureaucracy. Even it's hardly guaranteed to have the effect Partap promises. Oh, so you were a former imperial bureaucrat, despite the fact you're a physician. So he's very proficient at numbers and the art of government. A Brahmin who knows a lot of such things. Despite you're depressed, so... Okay, let me see here. Sounds like an excellent idea. So, one of these four options will happen. There's a 22% chance that bureaucratic reform with stewardship up for me and the domain tax for 2 years. 45% chance of a slightly less effect for 2 years. And a 25% chance that you screw it up. And there's an 8% chance that imperial decay will be increased by 1. Okay. You got the good one. Thank you. Wish you would lower the decay. Well, I have a great knowledge, so I'll figure this out on my own on this passage of the Budvakana. A true follower of the Noble Eightfold Path does not give up easily. I kept at it, reading the passage again and again. Compared it with the other holy text and mulled over the wording for hours at end. It went slowly, but every now and then I uncovered a new piece of the puzzle. Then suddenly, I saw it. Such elegance, such depth. I will carry this revelation with me until the day I die. The wisdom of the Buddha Vakana is infinite and indisputable. Now I'm a erudite, which adds more learning skill. You took this tiny bit of land that I don't want. Take these areas. What are you waiting for? Well, we're about to take another piece of land here. Quickly before the Muslims get it back. Chancellor. No. Give him a chance. Oh wait. Go get this land. Rat's chair now, dude. Nobody's gonna come help him. Do your work. Suffering from fatigue. Rabies? I haven't been in a tiger hunt for a long time. Calm down with those exaggerations that you think what I would have. Consume what made me strong in the first place, and thus provided me with jugs of human breast milk. I'm not sure that did anything. Get me your guru. Send out messengers in all directions with their mission to try and find a wise guru and convince him to come to court. That can't be good. I am bent over the Budvakana, trying to make sense of especially cryptic passage when a faint tap on the door breaks my concentration. I call for my visitor to enter. To my surprise, little Ranjit Singh's pale face peeks through the opening. Father, why are you hiding? I miss you. I would like to become kind, even though that lowers intrigue, but ups the diplomacy, and the vassals will respect me a little more, as I don't have much traits myself. Erudite doesn't really count. Come here, son, and we shall read the Budvakana. I read one of my favorite passages from the Budvakana to Ranjit Singh, though I could quickly tell he had no interest in holy words. I failed to engage my son in conversation about the passage, so I consider myself defeated and sent him on his way. My son has other qualities. He didn't become dull, thank goodness. And I'm having diarrhea. I arrived at my private apartments in the evening, only to find my wife tossing a wooden sword at my feet and demanding that I accompany them in a bout of sparring. Several hours later, I returned from the training ground, bruised and exhausted, but it seems that my worries have seemed to somehow disappear. I can live with that. We share the same education. And you think I have the flu? Spend more time in prayer. Of course, prayer. Well, apparently she is appointed a commander. Well, of course she's a commander. She's a Buddhist now. She converted to Buddhism, even though I didn't tell her to, but whatever works. So now she picked up Imperial Guard trade. And, oh, that's why. A Buddhist monk came to court. It's one of those events. It happens to any character. Either a Hindu yogi or a Jain monk or a Buddhist monk comes in and says, hey, would you like to convert to this religion? And the person, you have the option to say yes. So Dr. Devi decides to become a Buddhist ascetic. If I die, I want you to take up, I want you to become a nun. Well, I don't know. A nun who likes to fight. Whatever works, and you're taking it easy. She hasn't joined any society yet, but it's good to know that she serves in the military. I fear that I may get cancer or something. Or worse, it could be rabies. Nope, it's the flu. Never mind. It's normal. But as long as you know what you're doing, just a well-tested treatment. Ignorance conquered. I gained 1 stewardship. Told me to undress and kneel with my buttocks raised. This was not good enough. When I saw the instrument in his hands, I almost bolted. Harta must have noticed, but he patted on me calmly on the shoulder, told me to stop clutching. Probably shouldn't agree to this. It's an ill treatment. And the guru is here. Help me get rid of the bad traits if I have any. We found a broken weapon. Great. Now assault. No, you idiot. This one. Interesting place. Jhelum. This area here is where Alexander the Great traveled the furthest in India before he had to go down to the Indus and go to the Gedrosan Desert and all that. Little historical fact. He's your responsibility now. And now you owe me a favor. Whatever it may be. We'll end this episode very soon, just wondering what's going to happen to him. Will he recover from the flu, or will he die with the flu, and then we'll have Rajat Singh begin his rule, but he'll be too young to rule. And that's going to be a problem. Oh hell, what am I doing? I should be raising him, not her. I mean, it's good to know about all that, but he's my son. Once I recover from the flu, I'm going to switch a new focus. I'm not saying theology's for me. I'll finally be at the coronation ceremony for you, just to make you happy that I came for you. Even though I'm in the middle of meditation here. Maharaj ki jai ho. Keep doing this option. It gets the vassal opinion up for a period of time. Long he may reign. Oh dear. Again, I lowered my fertility. It's that hedonistic lifestyle's what's giving me this. Also, it's not wise to do that to me when I'm, when I have the flu and all that. But still, at least no one tries to murder me. Sure. Again, we're just running out of time, so I'm trying to wrap it up. It's just the question is, will I get better from the flu or not? But you could try another treatment. try again. Meditation finished. Oh, dang it. Still a bad treatment. I think that man is trying to kill me. If I was that paranoid. There you go. An intriguer named Vavyata has come. Let me get a good look at you. Now I'm charitable. You could be a useful spy master to me. Or... oh great, the man who owes me a favor. The usurper. Yeah, I'm glad they attend, but I ain't gonna enjoy it. It's kind of funny that I would say that I'm a public figure, I must go, even though I don't enjoy a moment, because I am two things. I'm old, damn it, and I am sick. The flu won't go away. In fact, it may perhaps kill me. Gurudev. Oh, Gurudev. I don't know if you know anything about medicine here, but how would you like to be the new court physician? Because I think this man here screwed it up twice. He doesn't have the knowledge like he used to. He's fired, even though he's still got good ideas on imperial bureaucracy. So you're the new physician. Again, until that flu goes away. Okay, I just actually called for treatment, but the flu is gone now. So, never mind then. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to stop right here. Because in the next episode, as we're inching closer and closer to United All India, it's going to take about 3 holy wars to get what we want. And then, only one will be worthy to become the Samrat Chakravartin. And it looks like it's going to be Rajat Singha, the next one in line to be the Samrat Chakravartin. I originally envisioned a Hindu was going to do that, but no. It looks like the Buddhist line of the Guptas will do so. Just like Ashoka the Great. Even though he didn't unite all of India, but you get the idea of what it means to be Chakravarti. Despite the slightly corrupt administration, well, that's more than slightly, 23% of this decay, which needs to continue to be improved upon each chance you get. And we hope that the son, heir, and future Chakravarti of Rajat Singha will be the one to try to be just, try to have good diplomacy. We have the strongest military here, but that all depends if the vassals can contribute to that military for you. Because here in the domain isn't going to do well so much, but we'll invest in that in the next episode. And we hope for more continued good fortunes and another and such. So we hope you enjoyed this episode, but till then, so long for now.